Thank you, everybody, for joining me again for another Fireside Chat. I'm so happy to have Rachel on today. She is the co-founder of ah.mi, and she's a co-founding partner of a major law firm. So she knows, oh, let's not forget, she's a mom of two. So she knows what it means to balance life and have a holistic lifestyle that she can be proud of and also be healthy in that process. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Hi, so great to be here. I love our chats. So I know this will be a good one.
Yes, of course, without a doubt. So let's dive right in. Tell me a little bit about ah.mi, how you founded it. Are you the co-founder or are you the founding solo founder of
So
ah.mi?
I'm the solo founder. I founded it. It started because I had had my second baby. I had gained a ton of weight and I was just feeling tired all the time. I had to get back into the swing of work and just life. And I was like, I really want to get healthy. I feel like there's not a company out there that's really speaking to me. I like doing my own workouts. My problem is probably like a lot of people with food. Like I felt like I could get my workouts in, but eating healthy just seemed so unattainable for me as, a busy working mom. And so I was like, I wish there was a place where there was just super simple recipes. There was a registered dietitian that told me the information I wanted to have, like, is my smoothie filling? Is this cereal good to eat or is it filled with sugar? I don't need like the top 20, anti-inflammatory foods delivered to me every morning in my inbox. I need like that real tangible advice.
Right.
And so I felt like there was this hole in the market of something that I was looking for. And so it all started with a chat group of some of my best friends, and we committed for 3 months, via regular text. There was about 6 of us to really be healthy. And we focused on working out at least 3 times a week and sharing really simple, easy meals. And, most of those chat groups, I feel like would flake off after like 2 weeks, but I was like, no guys, we're 3 months, we're doing it. And I like made them commit. And like every single day we would be sending our texts. And it's inspiring, I think, to see other people that, are similar to you, like they also are working or they're just schlepping their kids around all day momming and have no time to take care of themselves. So they thought, and or people in school, we all were married, single, heartbroken. Like there were so many different things, but like the common denominator that we were all very busy and felt like it was like impossible to live this consistently healthy life.
Right.
We did it for 3 months and we saw huge changes. Like it was insane. I think I lost 20 pounds. My single friends became healthy. Like we were all just different. Like we were so much happier and we were all on this roll. We're like, oh my gosh, the motivation skyrockets once you start feeling better. That's like the key. And then you just don't want to go back to the old way. So from there, people started asking like, I want to do whatever you guys are doing. And I was like, there's nothing to do. Like get a chat together with your friends. And I realized that a lot of people maybe didn't have those friends or they wouldn't commit with them. So I started ah.mi as a community that's, figuring out that healthy life together because it's a constant, education process to figure out how to do it.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest hurdle for a lot of us is finding like-minded individuals that can go along that journey with you and support you along the way too.
Yeah.
So some of the changes you mentioned you lost weight, but what are some of the other changes that maybe some of your friends, did some people start sleeping better? Did their stress decrease? Like any other changes that happened through changing their lifestyle?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was like the happiness factor. And I talked about my single friends. They all of a sudden were motivated to get back on Tinder and Bumble and the dating apps, and they were going on all these dates. And I noticed it. Like I was like, there's something different about you. Like you used to be so depressed and would be home all the time. And she was, putting herself out there and traveling and this and that. And I think that's, you just start feeling better in all aspects of your life when you start taking care of yourself. So I think that's the biggest thing. I think for me, the energy, I was really a kind of, normal, I guess, office person where people would be like, delivery dudes, it's here. And it'd be like Chick-fil-A sandwich. And I'd be like, that's me, like probably 3 times a week.
Right.
And I just wasn't being cognizant of how that sandwich would make me feel. And I would get so tired and so lethargic and have to get coffee every afternoon. And I mean, I'm a lawyer, so I'm hunched over at a computer all day. And now, like, having my green smoothie really close by and, drinking water all day has really, really increased my energy, and I just feel clearer.
I love how you talk, right? I love how you said how you felt, right? Because that's what I talk about all the time, connecting your mind and body. And sometimes we just think, oh, it's the afternoon slump. That's like such the big marketing thing. But you can change your afternoon slump with what you're putting into your body. So I love how you pointed that out. So if someone were to say that ah.mi is a diet, what would you say to that?
I would be like, there's no plan, there's no anything. Our kind of like prescription is greens, water, move, repeat. And we think if you eat greens every day, which I wasn't doing, I was having like 2 salads a week and be like, yeah, I eat vegetables, I eat greens, but really being mindful of, did I have my greens today? Did I have a smoothie, or did I have a salad or a side of spinach with dinner? Water, drinking at least 90 ounces a day, which I was not doing. I was probably dehydrated for the first 34 years of my life. And because to drink 90 ounces of water, you have to be drinking water all day. It kind of can feel like a full-time job. But it's amazing to how you feel, how your skin looks. So greens, water, and then move. Every day, move in some way, whether it's a walk on a conference call, or, this morning I did a quick 1 mile run, but I try and do like these sprints that I try and aim for 9-minute miles. So I do a 1-minute mile, and then I do a quick workout in my garage. And that's it. That was like 20 minutes. So something every day I feel like is so key, knowing that like on the weekends or someday during the week, you're not going to be able to get really a workout in. But you can aim for that. Remember, when I started ah.mi, it was 3 times a week. I felt like that felt manageable, and I just built up from there, where now I move pretty much every day.
Okay, I love that. So here's my other question. So someone that seeks out ah.mi, and then they're still like in that whole, because some of us are just trained to diet.
Yes.
How have you seen a shift in some of your members, because they're with other people that may feel the same way, or are not feeling that they need a diet? Have you seen like a mental shift with a lot of your community?
Yeah, I think so. We have resources when you join ah.mi. We have, 2-week menus, a jumpstart menu. We have over 100 recipes. So we have like the resources. If somebody needed, I need 2 weeks, you need to tell me what to do. And, we use them loosely as a menu. But I think the biggest thing that, dieters who have switched from diet to diet, once they join ah.mi, they are like waiting for it to end, or like, wait, when does the like 60-day thing end? Or when can I go back to my normal life? And I'm like, no, this is your normal life. Like there's no end. Like this, you're supposed to do greens, water, move, repeat forever. And I think that's the biggest shift. And seeing people who have now, I started ah.mi 3 years ago, and there's a lot of members that are still in it. 3 years strong.
That's
and
great.
Just seeing them, and they have ups and downs, and like anything, you're in the groove, you're in a life funk, and you just feel out of it, and like the most you can do is a walk, and do that for months, and that's where you're getting your movement in. And then some weeks you're all about going to your HIIT yoga class. So I think it's just people knowing that it's normal to go in and out, but if you could somehow keep your baseline healthy, I think is so, so important. And it helps get you through the funks.
Yep. And I think the support too, right? Yeah. They have other people around them that like within their real life, they're not doing it, but they have their ah.mi community that helps keep them accountable.
Yes. So, everybody jokes like my husband doesn't care about my green smoothie. Like nobody, like my mom doesn't really care about this like amazing fajita I made, but we do care, and we like sharing like product recommendations, easy, healthy recipes. I feel like the beauty of getting healthy with other busy people is that we're sharing like all these hacks that we all find with each other.
I love. So here's my other question. You're a lawyer and you decided,
Yes.
hey, I'm going to start another business. How mentally did you get in that mindset of taking on something new in addition to your full-time job and your family? Was that like kind of scary? And if it was, talk us through that. Like, how did you get
Yeah, so I was so passionate about it. Obviously, I didn't start like overnight and was like, I'm forming this company. I did do this text group, and then I moved to WhatsApp. I had 16 different groups of friends in WhatsApp at one point. And I was like, I think like there's something here and I really like doing it. Like I
there?
love it. I'm addicted to it. At my law firm, we do encourage people to have side hustles. I think you
Oh,
need, as a lawyer, you need that creative energy to come out somewhere. And for me, it's like getting healthy. And it's also for me, having on me really motivates me to be healthy. It's like that little thing that I'm always like, oh, I'm a founder of ah.mi. I got to keep it healthy.
great.
So I feel like for me, I always say with side hustles, having a full-time job is so exhausting. It can be so energy draining. You have to have everything in it.
Yeah.
Your side hustle should give you like lightness and energy. And if you would rather watch Netflix than like send this email for your side hustle or put together a sweatshirt to sell or
Yeah.
something, then you probably shouldn't do it. Like you should
Right.
probably just relax and watch Netflix. Like that's
Right.
totally fine.
Right.
Um, but if you have this passion inside of you that you like would rather do this over anything or chilling,
Yeah.
then you should go for it. And I think people can reframe their side hustles. Like it doesn't have to be something that's this extremely lucrative thing that's going to turn into a big business. Like
Yeah.
maybe you don't want it to turn into a big business. So it stays this little creative outlet for you. And maybe you can have pipe dreams that somebody would see the amazing brand you built and want to help you build it even further. So
Yeah.
I think it's just thinking about what makes you happy and why you're doing it, and does it give you that energy you want in your life, knowing that every business is hard, and whether you start small or go big, it's never going to be easy. And there's part of all businesses, like Nadia, I'm sure of like dealing with payment processors
Yeah.
and this and that and headaches. Like there's part of every business that is really hard. And that's why a lot of people don't start their own businesses, but you got to love it.
I love that you say, you gotta love it. And I love that you say that it doesn't have to be big, right? So I think
Yeah.
sometimes when you start a business, you put this pressure on yourself that it has to be this great big thing. But if it offers you that happiness and that creative outlet, that's great. So I love also that you said that you encourage your lawyers or people within your practice to do
Yeah.
that. Do you
To have side
find
hustles.
do you find the ones that do have the side hustles have a different type of energy or like excitement when they come to work?
Yes. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be a company. So somebody's like in an improv group and loves doing improv. Somebody plays the drums in a band. That's their like side hustle.
Yeah.
So I think, yes, I think it's so important, whatever you do, like lawyer, accountant, mom at home all day and going to and from, like find something that you love.
Yeah.
And again, it doesn't have to be something that pays. Knowing that we all, like a lot of people need to have an income
Right.
to support themselves.
Right.
But if this is something that you truly want to do out of joy, then think about what that could be in your life, and you don't have to force it. It'll come to you, and
Right.
it can be something that feels easy at first.
Yeah, so beautiful. Okay, so to end, I'd love for you to
Yes.
offer three of your top tips. It could be about health, it could be about life, love, whatever. Three of your top tips that
Oh
keep.
my gosh, life love.
Yeah,
Okay, so my top tips I would say is really find out what makes you happy in life. For me, I love going on weekend getaways with my husband. And so we try and do that often. And it's only for a weekend. It's only for like 2 or 3 nights. My friends make fun of me. They're like, "You're going here for 2 nights, Rachel?" I'm like, "I know, that's all we need. I promise." It's just like our fix, and we come home with the kids. I also love having parties, and I feel like that makes me happy. And again, these are two things that are not related to work,
yeah,
me, anything. And I
right.
feel like it's really important to find those few things where you feel like you're at total bliss and happiness. For me, also taking my kids to school, it's just something about the ride. I like have my coffee between my legs and like hearing them singing the Sing 2 soundtrack. It's so cute. And it's just, when I like, I'm in the car, I'm like, this is happiness. Like, this is so happy being in here with them. So it can also be the really simple things. Number 2 on being healthy, I feel like you have to figure out a way to make it easy for yourself, because let's all be real, like being healthy takes commitment, takes dedication, and it's not easy. Like, it's not going to be a magic pill. It's going to take time. I always tell people, like, think about doing this for a year. Like, you look at a year of time, not, 1 month, 2 months. I think it's good to have these mini goals, but you have to find out what makes it easy for you. For me right now, going to a workout class, even if I could wake up at 6 a.m., it feels like too much work and too much logistics and coordination for me. So I'd rather do like these runs and like a workout, like your core workout in my garage. And that's kind of right now what makes it easy for me. My third tip would be just going back to our motto of greens, water, move, repeat. I feel like if anybody out there is like me and wasn't eating greens daily, like really be mindful of it and be like, did I eat anything green today? And if not, put it in your smoothie. I wasn't a smoothie person before. I'd be like, oh my gosh, all these influencers are like making all these different smoothies. What is the hype? But realizing that I could just like quickly make a morning smoothie and put my greens in there and kind of check that box for the day has made it really easy for me. So just being mindful of it.
Yeah, I love how you said make it easy, because sometimes when you think of all these things that you want to do and it becomes overwhelming, you just don't do it at all. So that one really sticks out to me. And I love the weekend trip idea. That's the real, I start stealing that one.
It's so good. And I feel like when you said that about the easy thing, I feel like people like try and make things so complicated for themselves. And what can I not eat? What can I eat? Macros, this, calorie counting, like, and you have to figure out what works for you. Some people on ah.mi, calorie counting is their thing, and that's what works for them, and that's how their brain operates. For others, it's too overwhelming, and they have to stick to just eating mostly fruits and vegetables, eating really healthy throughout the day, and that's kind of their ticker. So I feel like it's really simplifying and knowing that you don't have to, our brains are already so busy. Like, we need to have getting healthy be at least easy for our brain to comprehend.
Right. I love that, Rachel. Oh gosh, I love our chats.
I know.
Where can people find you? Where can they find ah.mi? Where can they sign up? Share with me.
Yes. So you can find us on Instagram at ah.mi, ah.mi.health. Ah.mi is a play on the French word for friend. So that's how it all kind of came to be. And then we launch and bring on new ah.mi members 3 times a year to what we have called the Health Club. So if you go on our Instagram, our link in bio has a wait list for our next launch, which will be in the spring.
Beautiful. I didn't know that that's where your name originated from.
Yes.
That's a great.
Yes, ah.mi. I know everybody's like, what does it mean? Like something yoga, and me. Actually, it's a play on the French word for friend, which is ah.mi, but we did like a little play on it, ah.mi.
Let's talk about that sweatshirt before we end. Yes. Can people grab those?
Yes. So first dibs are going to our members this weekend, and then they will be live next week. And we make all our merch in really small batches with love. I never want to have like a million sweatshirts sitting around. It's like my nightmare that aren't selling. And they always sell out. So we just are really thoughtful. I like wanted a big oversized sweatshirt that I could wear to the office, that I could wear to work out or wear to cocktails even. I think it looks really good with gold hoops for some reason because of the green. So yes, they'll be going live to the public next week.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel. This was such a great chat.
Thanks, Nadia. Okay.
I know my community will really
good. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye.